What were you the god of again?
Welcome back, Dice Rollers and Role Players. It's Ryan from God of Crits. In my last video, I told you guys about the victory conditions for my magnum opus, Kingdom's Reign. If you have no idea what that is, you can go back to our first video where I describe and lay out all the goods for you guys. This video you're about to watch is going to be quite long and nitty-gritty, and this is going to be for the people that want to know the gears and cogs behind what makes Kingdom's Reign hopefully work. So yeah, stick along for the ride. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Some of it is just me kind of shooting ideas off. This is a very early concept, so we don't have everything in pen. This is all kind of ideas at this stage. It might change later. So keep that in mind while you watch this video. Also, we have a Discord where I'm going to be throwing ideas in, and you guys can join, throw your ideas in for Kingdom's Reign, and heck, even if you want to be in the campaign, you can campaign, and you can campaign to be in the campaign. And yeah, maybe we'll run a couple, especially we're going to be running mock sessions to calibrate this, which is probably going to be the hardest of all of this, but enjoy this long video of me diving into every little system and how every system is, as it's written right now, hopefully going to work. So as I stated in my last game, turns are going to be kind of these loose sessions where a DM is going to reach out to however many players and say, hey, at some point during the next week, you guys need to reach out to me, and we'll do a 20-minute quick, hey, where do you want to put your points for your kingdom, and how do you want to allocate the power that's happening in your kingdom? This is going to be with one player and the DM. They're going to talk for a little bit, and then the next player will do it, and the next player, and that will be a full week's turn of Kingdom's Reign. And so a couple of things that are going to be talked about during these discussions is going to be where you're going to allocate what we call your kingdom points. This is going to be the big point buy system that is going to push forward your victories and raise up different avenues of your kingdom. We call these in our game, we call them policies. Whatever you can put kingdom points into are going to be policies. And you're going to notice that some of these obviously are your victory conditions. We're going to do the first one, which is going to be exploration. Exploration, I'll give you the general notes here, and then we're going to go back and we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this because this video is going to be a little bit long. But first off, exploration is going to be simply that. You can every kingdom point you put into this is helping you expand and explore the world, because we are starting relatively from ground zero, where your players are going to not know a whole lot about this world and going to have to invest points into finding out more about the world. Or on the other hand, just don't and only know your immediate surroundings and learn everything else through asking other player kingdoms. The next one is going to be something called espionage. Espionage is simply spying on other kingdoms. Secrecy might be a big part in this kingdom. If you're running a style of dictatorship or running some tyranny or running some religious order that you don't want other players to know about, they don't have to know about it. That'll be between you and the DM. However, there's a chance for other kingdoms who want to stick their nose in your business. They have a chance to find out a good amount of your kingdom through this espionage skill that your kingdom is going to possess. Opposite to that espionage is going to be counterintelligence. This is pretty much your social defenses in your city and your ability to catch spies as they come in and out. And this is going to be something you can put KP into to pretty much make it stronger. Next is going to be production. Production is pretty simple. It's going to be what you produce and what your kingdom produces. Whether it be mining or magic or wood and lumber, it doesn't matter. Your kingdom will produce it. And if you're doing it right, another kingdom won't have it and will need it and therefore need to trade for it. You're going to put KP into this to work it and grind and get more out of whatever you're trying to, I guess, grab from the natural resources. Next thing you can put kingdom points, again KP, into is going to be your military. Pretty much to produce units, to produce secret units, and to go to what we are going to call war, which is pretty self-explanatory. However, I've created a very unique war system that is going to need a video of its very own, which we will do at another point. But pretty much spending KP into military is going to bolster? Yeah, that's a word. Bolster your military to a point where hopefully you can defend for yourself and on the occasion go on the offense as well. Entertainment is another thing you're going to be able to spend KP on. It's going to keep your people happy, and you're going to be able to do fun things like a fair and, you know, one of the gladiator coliseum pits, or a hunt, or whatever those fun things are that you can do in your kingdom. Also, you can invite other kingdoms to join, giving you extra bonuses and giving them a little share too to go home with. So entertainment is going to be valuable, and it's going to be also going to be a victory condition. Magic, of course, you can spend KP to level up your wizards, but before you do that, you're going to want to found each school, which are going to be the wizard schools of magic. That's how you're going to spend your KP into magic. Also, on some small circumstances, maybe there's a wizard you hear about out in the wilderness you want to go get, or there's a magic item that you need. Religion is next, obviously. You're going to spend KP to discover gods, and you're going to spend KP to found churches. And obviously these gods are going to be giving your kingdom some sort of bonus, right? If your whole kingdom, you discovered, founded a church, and your whole kingdom, civilization, people prayed to the god of war, you're going to get a military bonus for that for sure. Colonizing is going to be just expanding your empire to more and more of the map or the hexes of this map. And we'll go into a little more detail later on that. Government is going to be very simple. It's going to be how your government responds to internal and external threats, mutinies, anarchy, corruption, and stuff like that. How your government can respond. Also, what type of government you want, and the benefits and negatives of running that certain type of government is going to play a big part in Kingdom's Reign. Finally, there are going to be situational things or world events, whether it be a plague that every single party and kingdom and player is going to have to deal with of, hey, how much KP do you want to allocate to a plague that's rolling through? And it also could be smaller individual things of, hey, John, your kingdom specifically is having this sort of problem, whatever it be, a famine or something good. It could be a positive as well of like, hey, one of the gods is blessing your kingdom and you don't know why. You know, do you want to spend KP to figure out why, or do you want to just spend your KP elsewhere? So there's going to also be situational moments that is going to tempt the players to kind of mix up the game plan that they thought they had. So that is all you're going to be spending your KP on, and we'll go into more minute things later. Maybe I'll make a video for each one. However, there is going to be one-shots in our campaign. One-shots, though, I don't like the word, because one-shots do mean that it is a one-off, I guess, and that we're not coming back to this world. No, our one-shots are going to take place in this world we are building out. And each kingdom, I think the way we're going to do it is each kingdom is going to have about 3 player characters in their kingdom. So John in his kingdom could have a bard, and then he could have a cleric that's got extra boosts or maybe a couple levels higher because his kingdom's religion is super high. But he's also got a fighter, which is going to be a knight that's going to run his military. And these 3 heroes are going to embark on journeys to help his kingdom. Also, he's going to go and aid Stephanie's kingdom over way in the corner, who wants help with a certain civil dispute she's got going on. So he's going to send his cleric over there to banish a great evil or something of that sense. This is where you are going to get your boots on the ground, actual, what we would consider regular Dungeons and Dragons, but it's going to take place in this world, which I think is going to be a lot of fun because you're going to have these players in each other's kingdoms walking through the streets of what they've built, almost kind of taking inventory of, oh, okay, that's an interesting, cool invention that, you know, you made, or, oh, they're kind of putting more kingdom points into this type of thing. And also, if two kingdoms are at war and their heroes have to bind together to defeat an evil, that's also going to be very interesting to get these players at the table and deal with the political drama of their kings and queens, which are actually just the players behind the characters. It's going to be so much fun. The one-shots are going to be a great way to expand this world and still get that D&D fighting fix in, because we all need that, right? We all need to slay some monsters and go on some epic quests. We haven't forgot about that at Kingdom's Reign. That's going to be here as well. Until the next time, roll on, gamers.